Starting in lane 8, Dina Asher-Smith, former world champion 2019 in Doha when she was right at the top of her game. Still a world force in 200 and 100 meter running, British record holder. The Olympic champion Gabby Thomas serenely made her way through the rounds in Paris, had such a great season last year. Really looking forward to seeing a race here. The previously mentioned Nasser of Bahrain. Last weekend in the Dominican Republic, she ran the quickest 400 in the world yet this year. Yes, it's early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Nikisha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200 meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete, 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 maybe tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win, you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Nasser just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a meter on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Nasser running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40, but it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place, and that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's the Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition at the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. That wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Well, you know, the expected winner, but not expected 2nd. Let's just check the result there. 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino.
Right.
But the more significant thing for her is finishing 2nd. Dina Asher-Smith took 3rd spot. Lower down, Nasser as well.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Well, you know, the expected winner, but not expected second. Let's just check the result there. 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Polino.
Right.
But the more significant thing for her is finishing second. Dina Asher-Smith took third spot. Lower down, Nasser as well.
Track and field fans, you just witnessed a seismic shift in the sprinting world, ***. Because in the women's 200 meters, Gabby Thomas didn't just win, she laid down a performance that sent shockwaves through Team Jamaica, and the rest of the world. This was more than a race. This was a message. For over a decade, Jamaica has been the gold standard in sprinting. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, Elaine Thompson-Herah, Shericka Jackson. Legends, each one of them. World champions. Olympic icons. The kind of names that make you hold your breath when they step on the track. But on this day, in this race, none of that mattered. Because Gabby Thomas showed up with something different. Not just speed, but swagger. Precision. Purpose. The moment the athlete settled into the blocks, you could feel it. That electric tension. The crowd knew they were about to witness a clash of sprinting titans. The US versus Jamaica, one of the greatest rivalries in all of sport. And this time, the stakes were sky high. The gun fired. And Gabby exploded out of the blocks like a cannon. By the time she hit the bend, it was clear, this wasn't going to be close. While the Jamaican contenders tried to stay in the mix, Gabby was already gone. Smooth. Relaxed. Devastatingly efficient. Coming off the curve, it was over. Her form. Textbook. Her drive phase. Relentless. Her composure. Unshakable. She powered down the home straight with the kind of dominance we usually only see from all-time greats. The Jamaicans were chasing, but Gabby was untouchable. She didn't just pull away, she crushed the field. Made elite runners look ordinary. It was destruction. With grace, ***. As she crossed the line, arms outstretched, eyes locked on the clock, the message was clear: for more thrilling, breakdown, analysis and commentary of similar races, don't forget to subscribe to Speed Sensei channel. Adios. Gabby Thomas is not here to play games. She's here to take over, ***. The Jamaicans? Stunned. The crowd? Electrified. Track and field. Officially on notice. And here's the scariest part. She's not done. She's still sharpening her edge. Still refining her craft. And if this race was any indication, the road to 200-meter gold might now run through Gabby Thomas. So buckle up, because the women's sprint war just got a new chapter. And Gabby Thomas? She just wrote the first page, in bold.